Welcome all of you. Welcome Saili. Good afternoon. Welcome Surbhi. And once again, I welcome you all to this session in English. As yesterday I had shared with you the link through which you were able to listen to the text, A Truly Beautiful Mind. Welcome Shardul. So I hope you have all listened to the text and have read the text minimum twice and must have noted some difficult words with their meanings. Am I right? I have spent, I think, 3 or 4 sessions on that only. Still, if you have a doubt, there is one recorded session also, dear, just about the topics that I have shared with you. Almost 10 or 11 topics have been shared. They are just suggested. Yet, if you have a doubt, dear Avishkar, what's the doubt? Can you please clarify so that I can explain you? That also I have told, dear. Topic wise, topic wise, I have explained. Can you please watch that video? Topic wise, I have explained. 10 topics I have shared. They are suggested, and 11 also. I have given you some brief idea, and they are all based on the single text, the fun they had from Beehive, and that way you can find thousands of project topics for you, and you can do anything. What you can do, how you can do that also I have explained. So I wish you please refer to that video and 8. If you find any difficulty, then do call me unless you understand. All right. So let's come to the topic that I had shared with you yesterday and had given you some task to do. How many of you have done? Say yes, sir, we have done. And if not, that also you honestly tell me that you didn't do anything. If you say nothing, then I can understand that you have done nothing. Piyush says that he has also not done. Welcome, Ankur. Akanksha, you also did not listen also to the text, nor you read it. The task was, dear Avishkar, to read unit number 4, the text, A Truly Beautiful Mind. Arya Kharde has done. Very good, Arya. Anybody else? What about you? Okay, let's discuss now. The first question from before you read, who do you think of when you hear the word genius? Who is a genius? What qualities do you think a genius has? So if I say genius, what do you understand from that word? Genius. Just intelligent. So all the toppers are genius. Ankush, please repeat again what you said. Good. So do you solve your problems your own? So do you think you are a genius? No. So when I say genius, whom do you think or whose picture come to your mind that he is genius or she is genius? Anybody else? Piyush says Avishkar is genius. Varun says scientist. Very good, Avishkar. I think you have read or at least you have seen the picture of Albert Einstein in the textbook, and so you are saying Albert Einstein. What qualities do you think a genius has, Avishkar? If you say that Albert Einstein was a genius person, what qualities did you find in him that you called him as a genius? How do you know? How do you know? Shardul? Yeah, right, right. Many qualities you are sharing, and all of those qualities they do possess, and that's why they are genius. All right. So, can a lazy person become a genius? Lazy, doing nothing, just postponing the things. For example, Avishkar, saw that the link was shared and some work was given, but he just ignored. Can we call him as a genius? No. Piyush says no. And here Ankush says yes. Ankush, can you please justify your answer that you say yes, you can? Yes? How? How? Because they sleep. Lazy means, not active at all. Inactive person. I think Ankush has read one good thought that lazy people invent the good ideas in their life because they always try to find the short ways, and so they find something new ways, and so they are genius. That's what I think Ankush wanted to say. But Ankush, I mean to say that lazy means doing nothing, just inactive all the time, always ignore the things, and never wanted to do anything. In that case, we can't call them as genius. Am I right, Ankush? So here in this text, unit number 4, a truly beautiful mind, we shall now read about a young German civil servant who took the world by storm about 100 years ago. This is a person, a young German man who took the world by storm about 100 years ago. In the summer of 1905, the 26-year-old published in quick succession four groundbreaking papers about light, the motion of particles, the electrodynamics of moving bodies, and energy. So, these are the four topics that this young man, just at the age of 26, in the summer of 1905, worked and published the papers, his inventions, his research on them. So, what was it about? Light, you know, scientific word light. The motion of particles, that also I think, especially in physics you have studied. The electrodynamics of moving bodies, that also I can think and understand that you also know about it. And energy. So, what are these four subjects related to physics? And at last, his work took up only a few pages in scientific journals but changed forever our understanding of space, time, and the entire cosmos. And that time, he changed the theory of relativity in physics. Earlier, let's take an example of light. The scientists used to say that light is a particle, and some used to say no, it is a wavelength. Dear students, what do you know about the light? It is a particle or wavelength? Waves, like because of wavelengths or waves, you can hear me on phone because light is particle. What about others? Avishkar has been really a genius student nowadays. Very good, Avishkar. What about others? No response. So you please let me know later if it is a particle or wavelength, and what Albert Einstein said and what was before his prediction about the light. And what is the fact? That also you please let me know. And transform the name Einstein into a synonym for genius. And dear students, his four projects published in 1905 when he was just 26 years old about light, the motion particles, the electrodynamics of moving bodies, and energy, he became famous worldwide. And when we say a genius, we remember Albert Einstein. And his structure of brain was also quite different from others. And the scientist has preserved it till date, if I'm not wrong. And they are all working and doing some research on that about his structure of brain so that we could understand his structure, his you know brain well, and if we can develop that way among others. But here Albert Einstein used to say that he harnessed only 10% of his ability, and then also we are calling him as genius. Then dear students, try to understand the potential we human being have. It's tremendous potential that we have, but we don't use it. Our brain has tremendous power to comprehend, but we never want to use it. We just ignore the things, and so we are not being a genius. But Einstein used it some part, partially, and so he became genius. So 50 years after his death, Albert Einstein's genius still reigns, and even half a century has passed. He invented these many things almost a century ago, but still they are there in the world, and he still reigns, means he still is there alive in his thoughts among all the people all over world. And when we say a word genius, we remember Albert Einstein, as Avishkar also remembered him when I asked him about a genius person. Isn't it, Avishkar? So can we start with the text? Okay, let's begin. Extract number one. This is very interesting part. You will really enjoy. Welcome, Viraj. So the first extract. Do you have your textbook open, Avishkar? Okay, I am reading for you. Listen carefully. Extract number one. Albert Einstein was born on 14 March 1879 in the German city of Ulm without any indication that he was destined for greatness. On the contrary, his mother thought Albert was a freak. To her, his head seemed much too large. And here Albert Einstein was born on 14th March 1879. How many years ago? This is 2020. Almost 140 years ago he was born. And that time, as we don't know what the child is going to be in future. In Marathi it is said na, बाळाचे पाय पाळण्यात दिसतात. Means when the child is growing, that time only people predict that he or she will be so and so. They will be successful in this or that profession. We predict like that. But here nothing was predicted, nor there were any indications after his birth that he is going to be so successful in his life. Nobody was knowing about this fact. On the other hand, his own mother thought that his head was too large, means it was little odd, because generally there is a specific size na, that our head has, but his head was larger, bigger than that of the usual people, a common man. And that's why he found she found him little abnormal considering his head's size, and so she thought Albert was a freak. Here, freak means a word used disapprovingly to talk about a person who is unusual and doesn't behave, look, or think like others. That's why I called a word Welcome, Kanesh. Freak. That is abnormal, we call it. And that way, Albert was different from others. So instead of thinking about his greatness that will be in future, his own mother thought that he was a freak, means little abnormal, different from others. Second extract. At the age of 2.5, Einstein still wasn't talking. When he finally did learn to speak, he uttered everything twice. Einstein did not know what to do with other children, and his playmates called him Brother Boring. So the youngster played by himself much of the time. He especially loved mechanical toys. Looking at his newborn sister, Maza, he is said to have said, "Fine, but where are her wheels?" And this child, right from his birth, was very curious and was always different from others. Dear students, the child, when is growing, almost it takes a year or 1.5 or maximum 2 years that the child starts speaking. They can talk some words or the others. Avishkar, how many years were you when you started speaking? Avishkar, 3 years. Before that, you were not able to talk a word also. Mummy, papa, mama. Something. Huh? Oh, I see. But Albert Einstein then was better than you. He started speaking at the age of 2.5 years. But generally, it takes not more than 2 years for common man or common child to speak, isn't it? That's why. Oh, that's why you are genius. It doesn't mean that whoever speaks late, they start speaking, they are genius. It's not like that. Some reasons are there. Hey, Albert, Avishkar, listen to me now carefully. It depends on various circumstances. For example, when the child is growing and there are no grandparents with the child, only mother and father are there, and they are also busy in working. They do not have enough time to spend with the child. Definitely, it will happen that the child will start speaking later because there is nobody around who will be motivating him, who will be playing with him, who will be talking with him all the time. But if there is circumstances like the child has grandparents with him or her, and they are always trying to motivate, encourage the child to speak mobile, like that, there are many ways they encourage and motivate the child. And I have found that some children just at the age of 1 year and few months they start speaking very well, as if a child who is 3 or more than that speaks, right? So it depends on many circumstances, many situations. So that is not a parameter that who starts speaking late is a genius. It happened with Albert that when he started speaking at the age of 2.5 years, he used to repeat the word twice. For example, he is saying Avishkar, he used to say Avishkar, Avishkar. If you are saying Piyush, he used to say Piyush, Piyush, like that. Means each word he was repeating twice. Like I want my mother, I want my father. Huh? Let's say now that we are going to study now. Hmm? Neither he could adjust with other students or other friends. Like some children are there. They are so self-centered. They don't want to talk and play with other students. And that's sort of the child was Albert Einstein. He never mixed up with other friends. And so all of his playmates and other children with him used to call him Brother Boring. Don't you find such people boring? Those who hardly or rarely speak with you and they are always keeping some distance from you all the time. Don't you find them boring? Rather than those who always, "Hi Avishkar, how are you? Where did you go?" And they are always, speaking with you. Whom do you find boring? The one who doesn't speak or the one who speaks all the time with you? Ganesh, you find them brother boring. Yes, very good. Avishkar is not getting you. All right, and that's why Albert Einstein was called brother boring. Avishkar, can you tell me why was Albert Einstein called brother boring? Can't you say? Okay, Kanishk, you tell. Very good. And if there were no friends with him, yes, please. Yes, there as he had no friends, there was no choice, na, than playing alone, and so he used to spend more time playing with the toys and especially mechanical toys. And here one example has been given how mechanical he was. Mechanical mind. You know, mechanical mind means if I give you a mobile phone, mechanical minded child will try to open it, try to say what's in it. Yes, battery, then taking out everything and then again trying to fix. Mechanical child, common child, who is little mischievous, will unlock it, find his friend's number and will call and spend much time speaking on phone. So this way you can find of different sort of children. And here you got it now, what sort of or kind of child Albert Einstein is. Mechanical minded. And what is the example given here, that when his own sister was born, that time, what did he ask? The first question, where are her wills? That was the question he put. Can you do so? If a child is born in your home or somewhere nearby, can you firstly ask the people over there that where the wills of the child are? Then you are not genius. Yes, he was very small kid here. You know why did he ask? All the mechanical toys were there, and mechanical toys had no legs. There were only the wheels as the support of legs. And so he just understood that whatever the toys are there, all small kids are there, they do have wheels, not legs. And that's why when he saw his own sister born, he found that she had only the legs, and at the end of legs means feet, there were not wheels. And so he asked the question, fine, but where are her wheels? That was a question. Innocently, the child Albert Einstein asked. Understood? Okay, let me check your comprehension here. Here, there is only Akanksha, Kanish, Avishkar speaking. What about others? Varun Bura, Ankush Chok, they are just smiling and laughing. So I want Varun answer this question. What was the name of the city and from which country where Albert Einstein was born on 14 March 1879? What was it? German city of Ulm. ULM. Okay. Next extract. A headmaster once told his father that what Einstein chose as a profession would not matter because he will never make a success at anything. Einstein began learning to play the violin at the age of 6 because his mother wanted him to. He later became a gifted amateur violinist, maintaining this skill throughout his life. And sometimes such mischievous children are taken to the principal. And so Albert Einstein was also taken. For what purpose was he taken? No, it has not been mentioned. But that time, principal told his father. What did he tell? Welcome, Prisha. He told that whatever profession Einstein chooses doesn't make any difference. You know why? Because he's not going to be successful at all in any of the field. What do you understand, Avishkar, from this? Yes, he was good at nothing, the principal thought, and so told his father that whatever profession, if he becomes a teacher, he will not be successful. If he becomes an engineer, he won't be successful. If he becomes a doctor, he won't be successful. So whatever he does makes no difference at all. So let him do whatever he wants. And so here the principal told his father that he will never make a success at anything, and so whatever profession he chooses would not matter at all. He found the principal found Einstein very dull boy, very lazy boy, and so he says so. Understood? Welcome, Vansh. Yes, Prisha. Prisha, I couldn't hear you. Please repeat. Yes. No, no, no. In the context of our textbook only. So, Prisha, have you understood the text about Albert Einstein, A Truly Beautiful Mind? Prisha, so can you please tell me why the principal told Albert Einstein's father that whatever profession he chooses, it doesn't matter at all? Prisha, no idea? Because according to him, he was not going to be successful in any of the fields, any of the professions, and that's why he said so. But was the fact, dear students? No. Even if he was labeled as dull student, but did he be dull all the time? No. He proved himself later that he is a genius one. Later, at the age of 6, his mother was interested in playing violin, and so she insisted him to learn that. And at the age of 6 only, Albert Einstein learned playing violin, and later he became a gifted amateur violinist. You know that professional and amateur. Do you know the differences between these two words? I think there was a lesson in class 8 about cricket, or in class 7, I think, class 7, not in 8, or in 8 only. Amateur means what? And what does profession mean? Virat Kohli is a professional cricketer or amateur cricketer? Very good. And when I say that somebody is an immature player or sports person or violinist, what does it mean? No, Akanksha. No. Both of them know well how to play. But the differences are professional does that work. For example, Virat Kohli, he plays to earn money. That is professional. Professional work for earning money, whereas amateur people, they just do the things for their own interest. They never want any money for their work. Are you getting it? So if your tutor is teaching you something and earning money out of it, is professional or amateur? And if your elder sister or brother teaches you, if your elder brother or sister teaches you something just because he or she is interested, so they are amateur. Very good. You are writing a book for yourself because you are interested in writing. So you are professional writer or amateur writer. And if you are writing for a magazine to be published and you are paid for that, so brilliant. Genius children you are all. And this skill of playing violin as a gifted amateur violinist helped him a lot in his life, and that skill helped him throughout his life, you know, just as a hobby. Do you have hobbies? Everybody should have, and especially keeping in view this COVID-19 crisis, we should have some hobbies and we should spend time to maintain them. It doesn't mean that you should spend hours, hmm, and make your hobby your study. That is the best way. Number 4, extract on page number 47. I think the time is being passed. Can we continue? Okay. So number 4, but Albert Einstein was not a bad pupil. He went to high school in Munich, where Einstein's family had moved when he was 15 months old, and scored good marks in almost every subject. Einstein hated the school's regimentation and often clashed with his teachers. At the age of 15, Einstein felt so stifled there that he left the school for good. And finally, here it is said by the author that he was not a bad pupil, he was good, but his principal labeled him that he won't be successful in his life. And there he went to high school in Munich, where Einstein's family had migrated when he was just 15 months old. So dear students, it doesn't mean that when he was 15 months old he went to school. It is mentioned that when he was 15 months old, that time his parents migrated from one place to another, that was Munich, and there he went in schools maybe after 3 years or 4 years old when he was, and there he scored good marks in almost every subject. But one thing, you know if you remember about Kezia, that she hated school, and Alberstein also, but there is difference. Why did Kezia hate school? Not Kezia, Magi. Am I right? Hello students, are you there? It was so boring that the mechanical teacher was there on the screen, and all the time giving some work, some test, and every time she was doing worst and worst. And so she hated school because she had no friends at all. Neither she could talk with the teacher because it was mechanical, it was a robot. But here Einstein also hated school because of regimentation. Means what? Discipline. He did not want that, so, hands back, go straight, sit down, stand up, don't talk, write down. Just instructions were given like a robot. How does the robots or the mechanical objects work? Some programs are there set into them, and accordingly following the instructions they work. And the same way here in that school, there was so strict discipline followed, the regimentation, that he did not like. And so all the time he had some clashes with the teachers also. Teachers might ask Albert not to speak, but he couldn't control. And used to speak. I'm just giving an example. Otherwise, you will say, sir, it was mentioned that he was not at all talkative. I'm just giving an example. Or maybe he used to do some mechanical things. For example, if he was taken in the laboratory, he started doing, the misuse with the instruments, equipments, apparatus in the laboratories. So can't the teacher scold him? Yes, of course. But that way, that kind of discipline, the regimentation, Albert never liked. And finally, when he was just 15 years old, he decided that he will leave school forever. And finally, he left that school. Got it now, dear students? So I'm just going to repeat it again briefly, that we are studying about Albert Einstein, one of the greatest scientists ever on the planet. He was born on 14 March 1879 in the German city of Ulm. He was very common, as the children are born of that kind only. Rather, we can say he was little abnormal because his head was bigger than the common children. Welcome, Yuvraj. So late to join. And there, the description about his childhood is given that when he was 2.5 years old, then he started speaking, and that too he used to repeat the word twice. And used to be so all alone and never mixed with other fellow mates or some other children, and used to spend much time playing with the mechanical toys. And one example given that when his newborn sister Maza was born, and looking at her, he asked the question, where are her wheels? Then, when he went in school, one of the principals told his father that he won't succeed in any of the profession, so it doesn't matter what profession he chooses. And at last, we came to know that when he was just 15 months old, that time his family migrated from one place to another, that was Munich. And there he was doing very well and was scoring almost very good marks in all the subjects. But he did not like the regimentation, the discipline that was there, and so finally left the school when he was just 15 years old. So, do you want to know more about him now? Avishkar only saying yes. What about others? Hey, genius students. Okay, let's continue. The previous year, Albert's parents had moved to Milan and left their son with relatives. After prolonged discussion, Einstein got his wish to continue his education in German speaking Switzerland, in a city which was more liberal than Munich. And after that, after he left that school in Munich, they shifted from Munich to Milan. But the parents were convinced that the child may not continue education in Munich, so they left Albert with their relatives for his education. He took much discussion and some argument with the parents for his education, and then was finally convinced that he would wish to continue his education in German speaking Switzerland, in a city which was more liberal than Munich. And what was that city? Milan. So, dear students, are you getting now what may be the cause that Albert did not want to continue his education? Was it just the regimentation or language problem? Dear students, do you know Krishna Prasad from class 10? Last year he was in 9th A. Krishna Prasad. Did he ever speak to you? Anybody? He used to be all alone, never speak to anybody. Was it so? Yes. You know what was the problem? He was not good in Marathi language nor in Hindi. He was from South India, and he wanted his own mother tongue to be spoken and to have had some conversation with his friends. And so he could not continue his education with us and finally had to go back to his own state, and there we hope he will do some good. Otherwise, he was so good guy, so good student, and brilliant also. but could not do well here because of language. And the same problem here Albert Einstein might have faced, and so he wished that he would continue his education only in such a place where there was German was spoken, because he was from Germany, and Germany, what is the mother tongue there? What is the language spoken? German, of course. You are also learning it here. And after that prolonged discussion, that was the decision he took, that he would continue his education in Milan, that was more liberal than Munich. Why is it said more liberal? Because there was more regimentation to be followed. That much restrictions were not there in Milan. So let's see now if he continued education or stopped again in extract number 6, where you can also find two photographs of Albert Einstein. One when Einstein was just 21 years old in 1900, and when Albert Einstein was how many years old in 1955? 76 years old. That we remember him even today. Can you see both the pictures on page number 47? Yes or no? So respond now. Or you don't have textbook open with you now? Okay, with this extract we will end this session. Einstein was highly gifted in mathematics and interested in physics, and after finishing school, he decided to study at a university in Zurich. But science wasn't the only thing that appealed to the dashing young man with the alder's mustache. And there, he started his education, completed matric, post matric, and finally completed also graduation. He was very well in mathematics and physics as well. And for his higher education, he went in a university in Zurich. There something happened in his life. What was it? Was it just about the study, or being a young man, something happened as usually happen with the youngsters in their life with such a dashing man? That is a question for you. And here he has been described as a walrus mustache, means young man, dashing man, so youthful, so full of energy. So what was the thing that appealed him apart from his studies in mathematics and physics? That is a question for you, and I would like to hear from you the answer tomorrow. So that's it for today, dear students. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead. Bye. See you. This session will be also uploaded on YouTube. The link will be shared later. Fine. Bye. Start living. Bye.